Hi there, Nicholas Cameron here from First Formations, the UK's leading company formation agent, and welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Thursday, where we provide a wide range of advice on business and company matters. If you find this video useful, please like it and share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you want to see more, then please subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's get started. Most startups have one thing in common. They all have a killer business idea, right? But just how good are these ideas? In this video, we discuss 5 ways to find out. All too often, people tend to get carried away and obsessive about their business idea. Indeed, in many cases, it can take a hold of people. It can pluck them from their content and comfortable life of full-time employment and thrust them into a whirlpool of activity as the owner of a startup business. And all because they have become the guardians of a life-changing and quite brilliant business idea. So just what is happening out there? Are thousands of ordinary people swapping their humdrum lives and becoming business magnates, trading in their Ford Fiestas for Ferraris? Is it really that easy? So where is my Lamborghini? Well, official statistics from Companies House tend to say otherwise. Every year, over 700,000 new companies are incorporated, and almost as many are dissolved in the same period. So how many ideas are worth pursuing, and how many are crackpot and don't hold water? Could it be that most are more dull than dazzling? And those who are hypnotized by the thought of great success and wealth are drawn into a world of struggle and stress, trying to make a business idea work. Well, here's 5 ways to find out if your business idea really is that good. Starting with number 1, does it solve a problem and serve a purpose? Before launching into a business plan, an in-depth financial analysis, and a cash flow forecast, it is a good idea to cover a few bases with what's called a lean plan. All products and services must solve a problem and serve a purpose. Otherwise, who would buy them? So ask yourself the following questions to create your lean plan. Can you identify who you are solving this problem for and where to find them? Would you buy your service or product and pay what you need to charge? And last but not least, do you think it can make money? This informal plan allows you to identify key assumptions and get your ideas out there. In other words, it will help you get it down on paper. Number 2, don't ask friends or family. One of the main dangers in the embryonic stage of any business is to ask friends and family what they think of your idea. Most will say it's terrific. Few will say it sucks. Why so, I hear you ask? Well, that's because most friends and acquaintances will want to maintain affable relations and don't want to be seen as a spoilsport or jealous. Listening to people you know may have the effect of sparking a resignation from your job, followed by a headlong rush into self-employment and even the remortgaging of your house, all on the strength of people being nice. So it's vitally important to validate your idea by testing it on the public. That is, people you don't know. This could be in the form of creating a user group, an online or face-to-face survey, building a prototype of your product, or even a test website. The truth is, people you know are generally too nice to tell you that your idea is half-baked. People you trust cannot be trusted to tell you the truth. It is as simple as that. Number 3, seek advice from a business mentor. It's a good idea to seek out advice of a mentor to run your idea past. This is actually something that Richard Branson did when he set up Virgin Atlantic. He turned to Freddie Laker, who was able to draw on his experience with his own airline. The mentor should not be a direct competitor, but could be a local business leader. And don't be shy about approaching people, as most will be flattered if you ask them for advice. You could also go to industry events and ask for advice from speakers and industry experts. Explain your idea to them and see what they think of it. They may be able to see a hole in it that you may not have considered before. And this may be a deal breaker, or it may be something that you can fix to make your idea a stronger proposition. Number 4, find your competition. If you have a truly unique idea and there are no competitors in your sector, then beware. That may not be such a great thing as you are entering untested waters, which is risky. Or you may be the last one there as all the others before you have given up. However, the overwhelming odds are that you do not have a unique business idea and you do have plenty of competition. Most people would like to think that they have a new and special idea, but from the customer's point of view, the likelihood is it's just another version of the same old thing. After all, Mark Twain famously said there is no such thing as a new idea. So it's vitally important to find your competition, then use their services and products and assess their pricing and value for money. Ask yourself, is my business idea better than the competition? Can I do it differently and or better? If the answer is yes, you stand a good chance of creating a good business. Lastly, and so critical when assessing your competition, are they actually making money? In other words, is this a good sector to be in? It may be that the sector is saturated with competition and there is a downward spiral of pricing, or it has had better days and the people who are left in it are struggling to make ends meet. You can usually find out a lot by looking at the competitors' websites, premises, reviews, testimonials, and portfolios. Ask yourself, are they comfortable or fighting to make ends meet? Immerse yourself in their space for a while and imagine being in their shoes. How does it feel? And finally, number 5, do a business plan. So far, we have carried out a lean plan, we tested the idea on Joe Public, sought the advice from a mentor, and had a look at the competition. If your idea is still hanging together, it's now time to get a little bit more committed by doing a business plan. Dead boring, right? Well, no, it isn't actually. If you're excited about your new opportunity, a business plan will help you identify, describe, and analyze the feasibility of it. A business plan will help prove to you and other parties that you are serious about your business idea. It will assist you in giving an understanding of your customers and your competition, help validate key assumptions, assess the feasibility of your venture, and create key milestones for your business journey, and identify exactly how your business will make money and determine what funding you will need to make it through the various stages of your company business life. Just a word of warning before we leave this topic. Do not launch into a new venture without doing a proper business plan. That could prove to be the biggest mistake that you will ever make and lead you down a painful road of stress and financial ruin. So please be careful. And there you have it. I hope this video has been of some help in figuring out if a business idea is indeed a good one. However, if you have an idea and you find it's not a good one, the rule is do not persevere with a losing idea. Know when to call it quits and to move on. You must be able to balance your never say never die attitude with some good commercial sense. Some people have to hit rock bottom before they will admit that they have a problem. Don't let that be you. Remember, entrepreneurs are coming up with new ideas for their startups every day as they attempt to turn their dreams into a reality. The truth is, very few startups succeed, and the key to long-term success as an entrepreneur is to keep coming up with new ideas even after suffering failure. So, try not to get too carried away with the business idea. Keep your feet on the ground and run it through the steps we've described. On one more thing, good luck. If you have any questions about what we have covered in this video, please ask in the comments section below and we'll get straight back to you. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.